as a kid, he used to stutter. Only got love from my mother, but that's changed now. Niggas been
Alright, hi guys. Today I'm actually gonna try and look into the camera for 80% of the time, because I find it really hard to like look into the camera and not look off. Or yeah. Anyways, so before we start, I want to tell you guys about a few purchases that I made. First of all, look at this. These are lashes, by the way. Look at that. Like, I ordered, I think 24 pairs of lashes, because obviously I can't get my lashes done due to lockdown. So I was like, I need some lashes. So I bought some. I'm wearing them right now. They're growing on me. Like, I'm not used to thin, wispy lashes anymore. I want to be like super honest with you guys. Basically, I was meant to do my get ready with me, but I'm like super insecure about my skin right now. So I basically have a lot of hyperpigmentation. After the first video about my skincare routine and skin journey, I've had another breakout since. Like, it wasn't as bad, but it was still a breakout. And I was like, am I really about to get up on camera and like show you guys the nitty gritty? Like, it's nothing to do with like being worried about what you guys think per se. I don't think anyone would say anything super mean, but it's more me. Like, I'm such a perfectionist. It's like I can't come on here and be like all crazy up in the camera. So I've tried to make a TikTok. Well, I made a TikTok today of me doing my makeup, getting ready, like a mini one, just to build my confidence a little bit so I can actually come on YouTube finally and like just show my bare skin, like no filters, no rubbish, like whatever, cool. So anyway, when I started breaking out, that was like in late December I started breaking out, and I was like, this is not going away. Like, this is not going away. I bought like so many skincare things. Like, let me show you guys. I bought so much. Like, I bought this. Apparently Sulfur is really good if you don't like using benzoyl peroxide. I've used benzoyl peroxide before, and that's what really helps clear up my skin, but I was like, let me try Sulfur and see if it's better than benzoyl peroxide. It's good, but I haven't seen any drastic changes. For me, it's like, sorry, if I buy something, I need to see the results overnight, but obviously that's not always the case. But this is really good. I'm going to keep using this. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Therapeutic Sulfur Mask. I bought the Ren Daily AHA Tonic. I just went a bit crazy. I was like, oh my god, like I need to just have clear skin. Like, I just had clear skin a few months ago. What the hell's happening? And it's very hormonal because it's all like here. A few here, but mostly here. And it's like just terrible. No, that's not new. I bought some snail gel. Kira put me onto this in second year of uni. Like, this was really good. Anything snail is really good. And this is by Dr. Organic. I got it from I got this from Holland & Barrett. Then I had to re-up on my, ew. You know, like, Got To Be and stuff gets everywhere. Not Got To Be, Ghost Born gets everywhere, like in little clumps. I got the red peel-in solution again because I'd literally run out. And I was like, I need to be doing this like 2-3 times a week at least. It has been helping though. But you guys will never guess what happened. Basically, I bought some more antibiotics that I got given in the first breakout. So when I first broke out, I contacted my GP and she prescribed me an 8-week course of antibiotics. So I re-upped and I bought some more from the Superdrug doctor because my GP are not picking up their phone. I don't know why they're airing me, but anyway. I bought 8 weeks worth of limacycline capsules. Meant to take one every morning. Yeah, 1 capsule a day. And then it came with the Epiduo cream, which I've gel. I've never used this one before, but it has benzoyl peroxide in it, but only 2.5. I think my one had a 5%. But along with the benzoyl peroxide, it has adapalene. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try it out. I haven't opened it yet. It only came today. But do you know what? My dad just got back from Ghana and he was like, you should try charcoal on your face. And I was like, all these natural remedies and things, like, they're all well and good, but like I need some heavy duty, like I need some proper chemistry, do you get what I mean? Like I need some acids, I need the antibiotics, I need this, I need that. He's like, just give it a go, like what have you got to lose? Like, my skin isn't terrible, but it's terrible to me. Like, I'm very much so, like, I enjoy wearing my face mask at this point. Anyway, and I can cover it up with makeup because it's like the pigmentation. There's a few bumps, but it's the pigmentation mostly. So my dad said mix activated charcoal and with like honey or lemon or whatever, and I'm like, I don't use lemon on my face anymore. Like, that's very much so, like, that's given you 2010 face routine when we didn't know anything. So I mixed charcoal, like, it's just in the container we had, like an old Chinese container, charcoal with honey, and I put on my face as a mask for like an hour while I like did some stuff. I did the dishes, I did a few things. Overnight, I swear down, like, I should have taken pictures, but again, sorry, I'm self-conscious. Like, I really wasn't trying to do all of that. I'm not trying to see my face like that right now, but it's gonna get better. Overnight, like, the spots had gone. Like, not all of them, but like a lot of the spots, a lot of the stubborn ones had like gone. And I was like, so I just bought £60 worth of medicine. Anyways, so I'm thinking to keep the medicine in case I have another flare up, and then just continue to use the charcoal right now. So I'll tell you guys how that goes. When I build up my courage and my confidence, I'm going to come on here and show you guys this charcoal thing, how to mix it, how to apply it and stuff like that. If you're interested, like, let me know in the comments if you're interested. Anyway, we're going to get into the video because I just wanted to give you guys a mini update on my skin, and yeah. So today I'm starting a 4-part series on Girlfriends. My girlfriends. The Netflix show Girlfriends, and I'm going to be debunking each character or main character. In total there are 4/5. If you don't like spoilers, I advise you not to watch this and to save it and come back once you've finished Girlfriends. If you don't care, keep watching this and see what you think. Girlfriends is an American sitcom television series that premiered on September 11th 2000. So today I'm starting with Toni Childs. I'm going to be looking down at my phone, by the way, because I've made like some notes. I've actually like done some research for this video because I thought, you know what, I've ghosted a bit, so let me actually give the girls what they need to be gave. So the main characters are Joan Clayton, Toni Childs, Lynn Cersei, Maya Wilkes, and then he's not a girlfriend, but William. I don't even know what his last name is. What's the William's last name anyway? Anyway, it's set in LA. Oh, today is going to be Toni Childs. Hence the blonde hair. Like, I feel like if Toni was to be re-embodied today, she'd be like blonde, or she'd have like her layered, and my layers have kind of like dyed. I've had this hair on for like a few hours now, but I had a little flicky ends. Like, Toni would have her little flicky ends going on, or she'd have like a cute little sewing. Like, Toni's very, like, you know. Anyway, if you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into debunking Toni Childs. Toni Childs is originally from Fresno, California. She grew up on a poor farm with her family, her mum, her dad, and her sister. I think she has one sister. Toni's the younger sister, by the way. Toni is very bougie, very she embodies black women in luxury. That's like a thing now. She literally is like, I feel like she's like the, what do you call it, the ringleader. I don't know, you guys get what I'm trying to say. She loves money, but also Toni can be very materialistic, vain, stubborn, and shallow. But it wasn't to some extent. Anyway, Toni claims to be Joan's bestie from childhood, but as the show progresses, we see that their friendship is a bit like, that's not giving me best friend. It's not giving me like you have each other's best interest at heart. Especially on Toni's side, it's very one-sided to me. Anyway, we'll get into that. Toni is a real estate agent. Toni is very educated as much as she is about the money. Like, she's got her own, she's got a backup plan. She's got a $500,000 never going back to Fresno plan. When it comes to men, she knows what she wants. She knows her standards. When it comes to what she wants out of her friendship, she knows what she wants. When it comes to work, she knows what she wants. When it comes to her clients, she's going for the big boy clients. She's going for the celebs, for the rich and famous, because she knows what she wants. Toni's quite frank. Toni's quite straight to the point. She doesn't sugarcoat things. Like, she's not a people pleaser. Like, Toni lives for herself, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. Like, she's very authentic. Like, I feel like Toni's the same with everyone, with her parents, with Joan, with Lynn, Maya, like with William, with her partners. She's very frank, very, this is who I am. Like, love me or take me. Like, Toni's very Marmite. I researched, a lot of people on Twitter were like, a lot of people on Twitter were saying they cannot stand Toni. They cannot stand Toni, that she's a terrible friend, that she's a terrible representation for like black women and da 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 da. I say she's integrous if we actually want to go there. Like, Toni's very integrous. Like, she's very much so the same with everyone. No one gets any special treatment. Everyone gets the same Toni. Some bad traits of Toni Childs: she's self-hating, she's mean, childish, and she has a very tit-for-tat type reaction, especially when it comes to Joan. Like, if Joan does something she doesn't like, Toni's like, well, okay, then I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, or something. Like, you guys know, like, spoiler alert, Joan basically accidentally tells Toni, Toni's man at the time, or one of her men at the time, that she's engaged to another man, and it slips out. Joan has to tell Toni at this point. It's like, Toni's depressed, Toni won't go anywhere, like, she doesn't want to go anywhere. Like, they literally dragged her on a holiday to Jamaica, and in Jamaica, Joan's like, Toni, I told Greg. And Toni's like, what? Toni slaps the hell out of Joan, and we're all like, kind of like, Joan didn't really deserve it, in my opinion. Joan didn't really deserve that. It was really like an honest mistake, but Joan, we'll get to Joan. We'll get to Joan. Anyways, so so Toni, yeah, so once Toni finds that out, when they get back to LA, Toni sets up like some fake cheating scene with Joan's man or ex or something like that. I think it's her man. I think it's Sean. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Sean, who's Joan's like boyfriend at the time. She like pretends to sleep with him, like she on purpose, like she sets up that she's on the couch with Sean, like she's got like her no top on, and Joan walks in coincidentally, and it's like, well, I was never gonna sleep with him, but this is what you get, basically. And that's just very like, what best friend would ever do that? Like, okay, the slap, I can understand that, but still, that's a bit much. But to go behind your friend's back and do all that, when Joan did not do it to spite you, like, Joan made an honest mistake. Much as it's a ditzy, stupid mistake, she made a mistake. At that point, we start to see the demise of Toni and Joan's friendship. I still don't understand why they scripted them as best friends. If anything, I would have seen Maya and Joan as best friends. Toni is literally completely removed herself from her old life in Fresno, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because if she didn't enjoy that environment and she thought that she could do better for herself, whatever better meant to her, which in this case was a life of luxury, rich men, marrying rich, having her dream job as a real estate agent, this is what she's done. But it's a thing where when we first get introduced to the characters in season 1, Toni and Maya clash. Toni and Maya clash because, in my opinion, Maya reminds Toni of her old life. I think she's a reflection of what Toni could have been if she never literally hated her life in Fresno. One of the main themes throughout Girlfriends is them trying to find love in their different ways. Them trying to find... Joan's main goal is to get married. Toni wants to get married, but Toni's very particular about who she wants, like the kind of guy she wants to marry. Maya's sorted in that area though. But all the other girls are struggling in even trying to find a man, even though Maya does go through her own little spat, but we will get to that when I do Maya. Toni really didn't like being a country girl. Now she's a city girl and she's loving it. Toni has also been very colorist when it comes to dating, and I think we see that throughout her dating choices. Like, it's very subtle. I love the way they did it. Toni is the darkest woman in the cast of the main characters, but she's a colorist. At one point she says that she can't date this man who is... he ticks every other box on her list. Like, he's rich, he's rich, he's rich. He's actually quite good looking too. But she's like, I can't date him, he's dark. And it's like, you're dark and your dad is dark and your mum's dark and your sister's dark, and what's wrong with being dark regardless if your family's dark or not. I think the way they wrote Girlfriends was very good. I think the fact that they were able to show us themes like colorism was good, especially for the time it was written in the 2000s, when all the video vixens were light skin or racially ambiguous. And okay, we did have dark skin appreciation. I'm gonna put some pictures up of some like famous video vixens so you guys get an idea of what I mean. I think Sweetie's mum was a video vixen, so for them to explore those kind of themes in this show was like very brave of them. I feel like it was very relatable. It's relatable till now and that's crazy because this was filmed 21 years ago. Until now, Girlfriends is very much relatable, and I'm only 22 and I'm like, yeah, like I can relate, not to the colorism, but like I can relate to the themes. Like the themes are still very much so relevant. You can see through Toni's dating patterns that there's also some sort of subconscious colorism, even though the only time she voiced about a man's colour was when she was dating like a certain guy. Her first love and her true love was Greg, and he was a light-skinned man. I believe he had green eyes. I think he had green eyes. And then when she got married to Todd, Todd was a Jewish white man. So, and even when she was like seeing Greg and the other guy at the same time, the man that proposed to her was a light-skinned man. So Toni has never dated a dark-skinned man. So I think that says a lot. Toni is very much self-hating. Definitely.